By the way, here's my rant about the politically correct police. And if you've looked it up on YouTube, if you haven't, you can find it. But I say, who are these people that are trying to destroy comedy? The politically correct police. Who are these people? We don't know who they are. We have a First Amendment in this country. Thousands of men and women died so that we have the First Amendment. We can say whatever we want to say. We can't yell fire in a crowded theater, but we can say whatever we want to say because that's what the First Amendment is about. You don't have to listen to us. You can walk out on us. You can ask for your money back, but you can't tell comedians or anybody in America what they can say and what they can't say. I say, and we keep apologizing to you, and we don't even know who the hell you are. We know who we know who the Democrats are, the Republicans are. We know who the independents are. We know who the Moose, the Kiwanis, the Elks. We know who the Ku Klux Klan is, for God's sake. But we don't know who you are, and we keep apologizing to you. So this is my rant to you. Kiss my black ass. I said, is that politically incorrect enough for you?
I think that was beautiful, to be honest. I mean,
because I got to tell you, guys, they cannot stop. We have the Constitution of the United States. Lenny Bruce, a lot of these comedians went to jail for this, but we can say whatever we want to say. So we'll take you to court, and we'll win in court on the First Amendment. But it isn't the government that's going to destroy your career anymore. It's high tech, big tech. So if they don't like what you say, if you say something that's politically against what they think, they'll destroy your career. They'll put it on social media, and pretty soon you'll be going to do a show. There'll be people picketing out in front. Big, not the government, but big tech could destroy your career if you don't fall on the shade. Start apologizing for everything. I was on a show one day, and I was telling a story about Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. It was a radio show, and I said, and Frank said to Dean, "Hey, Deg," and the guy said, "What?" I said, "Well, Frank called him Deg, and he called Frank Deg. It was short for Dago. They called each other, hey, Deg. Hey, Deg." That's what they called each other. The guy said, "Wow, they couldn't get away with that today." I said, "I would love to be in a room, I hope be on the 17th floor, where Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra called each other Deg, and you tell them you can't call each other that. Open a window, you're going out the window."
Well, yeah, they seem like the kind of guys that wouldn't have listened to that anyway. Like someone would have been like, "You can't say that," and they would have been like,
"Who are you to say that?" Yeah,
like, are you talking to me about like I mean, it's especially like what we talked about earlier with the fact that like you can make fun of your own, like if you're Jewish, you can only do Jewish jokes. If you're that sort of thing. I mean, even along those lines. I mean, they were both Italian guys. They were both like the front men of Italian people, if you're not looking at the mob, but, you're looking at like the big stars of the time that represented the Italian community. So,
yeah, well, I mean, but again, there would be Italians that would probably say, you can't say that. All of a sudden, everybody in this country is super sensitive to the point where it's gone too far now. You know what? Again, a comedian can say whatever they want. Anybody, when you say to a comedian, watch me close, guys. If I can do this. If you say to a comedian, I want you to go out there, and by the way, don't say this, and then don't say that, and then don't say this, and don't say that. You just put that comedian in a box. And then everything that they are as a comedian. One of the great comedians of our time is a guy named Pat Cooper. If you ever knew about Pat Cooper, he said whatever he wanted to say, whenever he wanted to say it, to whoever he wanted to say. And a lot of people were offended by everything he said, but he didn't give a shit because he was a comedian who said what he wanted to say. And that's what comedy's all about. Again, you don't have to buy their ticket. You don't have to go to their show. You can turn them off. You can complain, but you can't stop them because of our First Amendment. That's what America is about. When you silence the comedian, we're the last bastion of freedom of speech. Once you start telling people what they can say, my brothers, listen to what I'm saying. Once you start telling people what they can say, the next step, you're going to start telling them what they have to think. That's the next step, and that's communism. That's what socialism leads to, is communism. They'll start telling you what you have to think when they start telling you what you have to say.